In My Old Ass, Elliot, played by Maisy Stella, gets to meet her older self, played by Aubrey Plaza. There were magic mushrooms involved. But the point is, it's about if you knew how things were going to turn out, would you still do them? If you fell in love with someone and were told with absolute certainty it would break your heart, would you do it anyway? What would you do if you got to see a person that you lost just one last time? Did you get why we were crying yet? The thing is, the film is also really funny. So here to tell us how they did it, please welcome, coming to us virtually, writer, director, and executive producer Megan Park. There she is. And starring as young Elliot, welcome to the stage, Maisy Stella.
Hello. Hey, Megan.
Hi, I can't see you, but I'm sure you look beautiful.
She does.
I do, and so do you.
Thank you. And by the way, I wish I could be there in person. I have a very sick 4-month-old baby who I couldn't travel with from Toronto, so I apologize, but
Oh, I hope everything's okay.
it'll be okay, yeah.
Well, thank you for being here virtually in the midst of that situation. Before we talk about My Old Ass, we're going to roll a clip, and I love this clip, so get ready.
Hey, freak.
Who are you?
Oh my God, this is Maud Island. Oh my God, I used to love this place. Damn, it's a shame some dickhead rich guy bought it all up. Sucks. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes, oh, yes. Oh my God, I miss chemicals.
Who the fuck are you? Where did you come from?
You tell me, you're the one that took a bunch of mushrooms and summoned me here.
Do you work for my dad? Did he send you here to spy on me?
That is so something you would do. That's funny. But no.
God?
I don't know how to say this. Yes. Elliot, come on. Dude, I'm you. Well, I'm 39-year-old you.
What?
What's up?
What are you talking about? You're me. Fuck off. What?
You fuck off.
Your teeth.
So,
Those aren't my teeth.
what about my teeth? What?
There's a fucking gap in your teeth. I don't have a gap in my teeth.
Yeah, dude, fuck you. Wear your retainer.
In your hair. It's so dry and it's dark.
Take it easy.
You have bangs. I don't have bangs. I have no plan
Take it
on
easy,
getting bangs.
bitch. First of all.
And your boobs are saggy. My boobs aren't saggy.
Okay, you can't even see my boobs.
I don't see it.
Oh my God. Forgot how fucking dense I was. Let me show you something. This, right? 9 years old, falling off that tractor onto the broken fence. Hurt like hell. Left boob, 1 cup smaller than the right. And no, it never catches up to the right, but honestly, you get used to it and it's okay. Guys can't really tell. Girls can, but okay, more. Okay. Okay. Ta-da! It's our missing pinky toe.
Oh!
Remember from the tequila accident at Ruthie's second wedding? Oh, fuck, that has not happened yet.
Okay, guys, My Old Ass is streaming on Amazon right now, so I fully expect you to go home and watch it as soon as you can. Megan, let's start with you. How did you first come to this idea? You'd made the film The Fallout, which is amazing. How did this story sort of appear in your mind, the idea of meeting your older self?
Maisy and I keep joking that I should just say it's my autobiography because nobody would know that this actually happened to me. But no mushrooms were involved pre-writing this movie. But I think it was really, I was home in Canada. I just had my first daughter and I was feeling really nostalgic sleeping in my childhood bedroom and started thinking about, wow, there was a night where my family, my nuclear family, slept under the same roof together for the last time. And I didn't realize it was the last time before. You know, my sister moved away and I moved out, and it just made me really sad. And I started thinking, if I could go back and appreciate it, would it make it better or would it ruin the moment? So it was that idea really of like, would you want to know that it was the last time you were going to experience something or not?
Maisy, Tell us the story of how you first connected with Megan and the process of signing on to this, because, I mean, we were talking backstage. I remember meeting you when you were very little, and you were on the show Nashville, which I loved, R.I.P. And you're an amazing singer, and there was a video that had gone viral of you when you were very young. And I think that Megan had seen that video at some point. Had you?
I had seen that video, but again, time goes by so quickly. When Maisy came in and read for The Fallout, I still imagined that she was like an 8-year-old kid. I didn't realize how much time had passed. But that's how we initially met, was she read for The Fallout and was so genius that I had her in the back of my head as I was kind of creating this project.
I mean, when I was 17, I got the script for Fallout. And it was just my favorite thing I had ever read. Like, at that point, too, I was really getting sent, like, a very specific type of, like, YA-targeted scripts. And, yeah, there was just something about Megan that felt so genuine and so exciting. And I just fell in love with her. We did, like, a call, and I was 17, so my mom was, like, in the room doing the call. And I literally got off, and I was like, she's everything I've ever wanted to be. Like, I just really felt so connected. And then I started manifesting obsessively in my journal. I have literal, like, witch scripture being like, Megan Park, I'm in her next movie. And, so I just, like, I don't know. I knew how special Megan was. And, when I got this from my old ass and I read it, it was my favorite thing I had read since Follow. And I was like, hey, there's something about her. She just has, like, a really crazy ability to write for young people and make it feel really genuine and real, and yeah.
That's something that you and I talked about a little bit backstage as well. Just, Megan, your ability to write for young people without reaching, without looking like you're trying, is really something special. There's this sense where you're writing for people who understand the queer experience, for people who understand fluidity, for people who are living now in this new generation, but you don't try too hard. Tell us about kind of getting in the mindset for that.
I think first and foremost, I'm never starting out thinking, okay, I'm writing a young person. How do I make it sound and seem like an authentic young person? These are characters that come into my head, and there's a little bit of me in each of them. I think I'm always, like, figuring out things in my own life through these worlds and these people that I create. But yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to make them specifically young, which maybe is helpful. And then I think you have to remain really open and egoless during the process. And I like to talk to a lot of younger people about their experiences and create an atmosphere on set that's really open to collaboration, feedback, and just, but first and foremost, it's like I think that's the mistake sometimes that people make when they're trying to make stories about young people. It's like, oh, like, I think you've immediately lost them if you're only thinking about them as a young person instead of just a fully functioning, fleshed out human being first and foremost, especially with young women. I find that a lot.
And Megan, you took quite a risk. You cast Maisy in her first leading role, and it paid off and then some. So also tell us about Aubrey Plaza, because I talked to Aubrey about this film some months ago, and we just raved about it together because it's such a beautiful story and it's so poignant, especially her part in it. So tell me about her coming on board.
Well, it was really unique and special because we were given the ability to cast younger Elliot first, and take an amazing chance, which obviously worked out, on somebody who hadn't been in a movie before, and then build the entire film around Maisy, which was a really special experience. And we struggled a bit with older Elliot because we were so caught on, who looks the most like Maisy and the physical aspect, really. And then at some point, we kind of took a step back and we were like, wait a second, this is a buy-in. The whole idea is a buy-in. We reference movies like Mrs. Doubtfire and 13 Going on 30. And we felt like Maisy was so phenomenal and had such an incredible energy. It was more about who's going to match that. Who do we want to see on that log when the camera pans over? Who cares about the age? Who cares about what they look like. And Aubrey's name was on a list, and we just never considered her because originally the character was in their late 40s and she doesn't look anything like Maisie. But we thought, you know who we want to see? I want to see on that log is Aubrey. And there was such a intangible chemistry and similarity between their senses of humor that was so specific that as soon as we thought about the entire movie with the two of them, everything clicked and it just made sense. And the title became funnier, the fact that she's not even 40 and she's, you know, and I had just spent my whole summer around a bunch of 18-year-olds as somebody in their mid 30s and had never felt older. So there was a lot I could pull from. And yeah, it really clicked. And as soon as they were together, the chemistry was just like off the charts right away.
Maisy, tell us about kind of building that chemistry with Aubrey, because it's kind of a weird thing to do, to like work with an actor who's going to play the older you, but obviously doesn't look like you. I mean, we buy it right away, because especially with the tooth comment.
Yeah, yeah, I think there was ways that we kind of just squashed it immediately, but I mean, it was a weird situation. It was not typical because I was filming for like 2 weeks when Aubrey was attached. So in like any normal situation, obviously like I would be completely matching Aubrey, like where she was standing. But because like my younger Elliot was already kind of like established, we met much more in the middle than we would have if it was any other situation. And we had very little time together in real life before we started filming. And it was just, I think both of us had a very similar energy and approach to it, where we did not put too much pressure on it being that we're the same person, and we just kind of tried to like connect in a real way. And I think that's what you feel when you watch it, is like real connection instead of like mimicking or trying to, I don't know. I think, yeah, we had and there was not a lot of like outside pressure put onto us. Everyone involved was, very trusting and just wanted it to feel genuine and real, yeah.
Something you said to me backstage was the way you worked together, you and Megan, was that if there was something that you didn't feel like you would say, you could just collaborate a little bit and be like, oh, I don't really want to say that, that's not me. And
yeah.
Megan was very receptive to that kind
Absolutely.
of conversation.
I mean, yeah, Megan's set is like a very like free and safe place. And we all, like, if there was anything that bumped even the slightest when it was coming out of your mouth, like she would just alter it on the day, which is just a really like exciting and not common thing. So yeah, and honestly, there was never really much that did bump. She is like there was nothing ever that she would write that I'd be like, oh my god, I can't say that. Everything feels like very great. But yeah, if there was anything that we were like, oh, that slang has passed or whatever it was, like, yeah, it was always very open to change.
Megan, I know you and I talked about this a while ago about the location, and now I'm afraid for your favorite lovely place north of Toronto, because everyone's going to see this and move there. Tell us about
I made
that.
an amazing commercial. Yeah, Muskoka is sort of a little bit of a hidden gem, 2 hours north of Toronto, and it's a place that I spent my summers every year as a kid. And I went to a summer camp on an island up there and learned to canoe and sail. So it was a really nostalgic place, and it kind of feels like a place where time stops. And that was a really important, we wanted this movie to feel really timeless and evergreen, and hopefully something that people can watch, for many years. So it was just a no-brainer. And then it was really exciting that we had producers when we pitched this idea of shooting in Muskoka, even though it's a very difficult place to film a movie. They were like not forcing us to cheat Atlanta from Muskoka. They were like, yeah, let's go there. Let's make it happen. And this is such a special place. And in fact, there were some shots that were so beautiful, it looked like bad green screen in the background. So we couldn't do it because we were like, no one's going to believe this is even real. This looks too beautiful. And it was just a really disarming atmosphere on set to be staying in cottages and jet skiing to work. And Maisy and I were on different bunkies on the same property. So there was a real summer camp feel. Like we all had matching anklets by the end that we kept on for many months after filming.
I remember you telling me that I think when Aubrey arrived on set, you all came, you put her in a little cottage and you came in a boat onto a jetty to get her, and she's holding this bottle of wine going, what is going on? Like, what is this?
Like a paddle boat that like your feet propel you forward, actually, for one step further, yeah. Insane visual to see them over the ledge.
Yeah, she was waiting on the dock with a bottle of wine, and then we got halfway out on the lake and we realized the sun was setting and we really had to go. And it got a little scary for a second, but we made it.
Oh, I'm so sad that we're out of time because I love this film so much and I could talk about it all day. I urge everyone to watch it immediately. It's so beautiful. Thank you both for being here and congratulations.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.